Alright, everyone, welcome to today's stream where we will be walking you through everything new, exciting coming to Delta Force in the latest season break, which will be coming July 9th. My name is Joe, I'm a PR and communications manager here at Team Jade, and I'm joined by Cal, who is our community manager, and of course, two wonderful developers. We have Seth.
Hi everyone.
And also Kai. We have a very good show ahead of us, and just please bear in mind that everything you say today comes from a work in progress build, which means everything you say doesn't represent the final look of the game. And we are very confident to deliver a very good patch this summer, right, gentlemen?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So for today's stream, we'll be taking a look at the new season break. The biggest update for Delta Force so far. There's tons of new content, improvements, and lovely surprises we can't wait to show you. What you saw on our social media is just a bare surface of what we have in store for you. And we'll be diving into the juicy stuff right now.
And speaking of good stuff in store for you, we do have enabled drops for TikTok and Twitch. So if you're watching from those platforms, make sure you grab those sweet rewards while watching. Also, during today's stream, we will be giving 3 very awesome redeem codes available to everyone. So make sure you stay until the very end of this show. And we are in a very lovely setting to do today's stream, right?
Yep, because we cooked something very different this time for operations mode. Let's take a look.
Havoc has brought about the dawn of a new age! But now, my friends, insatiable tumor has descended upon this land, plundering our homes, harming our families, but threatening the bright future of Asara. For too long they have gone unchallenged, and they have infested the very core of our society. We must drive these rats out! Now is the time for change! Now is the time for judgment!
Let me detect first.
Stay on high alert. Don't let Havoc's lackeys escape.
Well, that's certainly a lot of stuff to take in, right, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously. It also explained why we're behind bars. So, Seth, can you tell us a bit more about this new map?
Well, sure. What you just saw is a map called Tide Prisons. It is a new operation map within this new seasons, and it is by far the most complex, interesting, and ambitious map we have introduced to Delta Force.
Fascinating. What's the story behind it?
Well, let's say the story is heavily tied to our new operators, which I think we will talk about later. So I don't want to spoil too much here. But let's say you play as a GTI and you are in this prison for a rescue missions that went very, very wrong. So in order to get in, you must disguise yourselves as a prisoners to infiltrate the facility.
Okay, so we are going in as prisoners. So it means no gun, no weapon, not even a pencil.
Yeah, no, you will need to retrieve all of your gears. This is part of the challenge, we think. And to be honest, we want to create something really unique and interesting for you. Breaking free from a full-fledged secret prisons armed with cutting-edge technology, made like corridors and secret passages, and this is really something we want to create.
I do like how we need to actually find a ID card from the food tray, which is always a fantasy of mine. Like, it's super interesting.
Yeah.
And do you think we will be having like maybe multiple escape routes for players to choose from in this map?
Sure, you bet it. And that is just part of the fun. There are several like other routes and all sorts of surprises and puzzles. And in case like you must work together and with your teammates to get out.
Yeah, working together with your teammates, obviously, just like that fantastic fist fight, wonderful for a Friday evening or morning, wherever you are,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, okay, gentlemen, we just covered the extraction part. So, how about the shooter gameplay?
Oh, in terms of combat, we really want to create something that gives you the prisons on an island vibe. So you can pretty much expect something very different from our existing maps. So prison is run by like Havik, right? So naturally they will have some shady experiments here, and you will want that data. But retrieving such a high value target is not like walk in the park. So we have designed a lot of like very dynamic tasks. It is not only those responsible troops is, but your squads like must fight together to fight together to get away from the prisons and running out. Yeah.
We can say it's pretty intense. We have puzzles. We have to cross the death bridge where it just explodes in the air and we just fall all into the water. And now we have this kind of Mission Impossible kind of scenario here, which is pretty exciting for players about, right?
Yeah, and the prison even have a self-defense systems, and there's waters going to flood the whole prisons, and you must like fight your way out while time is running out.
I mean, it's probably going to get pretty wet, but as long as we have our pew-pew toy here, I think we should be good.
Yeah, so it is like definitely there's like a lot of highlights in our internal playtest, and we have a lot of tension, like crazy tensions while we are having our playtest.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that's true, right, Kyle?
Yeah, that's right. And it reminds me craziness. Speaking of crazy, our new boss, Raven, is nothing short of crazy, right?
Sure. We can all agree from the trailer that you must face a riot on top of a vine, so unpredictable enemies while all hell will break loose.
That definitely sounds like a hell of a prison time.
Yeah, and we have designed the map to fulfill players' prison break fantasies, and this map is really packed with stuff and fun things to do.
I think one of our designers actually went to Alcatraz, right?
Yep, and he had a good time there, like 100% voluntarily.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Anyway, just expect the unexpected on your escape routes. You may run into killing lasers, and I'm not kidding.
Killing lasers, just like the movie, right?
You will extract with style.
Yeah, and since this is an island, we thought it would be cool that players can swim and dive.
Which means
Yes, players can now swim and dive in Delta Force. We've wanted to do it for a long time, and I'm so happy that we're finally doing it. It is also created a lot of fun for players to explore underwater areas and of course get some cool loot.
Getting cool loot is always appreciated. So you can afford, expensive. Also, tell me, Seth, can we maybe as players, we go under the water? Can we fire from under the water?
No, you cannot fire, but you can always get shot.
Okay, gentlemen, let's maybe get positive for a second. Here is stream reward number 1. Go to the game and redeem within 48 hours before it's gone for good. But we're also adding a sweet new feature to operations, right?
Yeah, we are adding like collection rooms for players to showcase their precious loot. It is a glorious full displays for your past victories, and you can walk around and look at your shiny things.
Looking at shiny things.
Yeah, it's called collection rooms, as you can see in the video.
I like how we are giving players this sense of fulfillment. Right now, it looks a lot of, empty slots to fill.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do.
Wonderful. And that is everything for operations in this new season. We have a new map, Hide Prison, a high-tech secret prison controlled by Hav and home to some of the most dangerous inmates in Asera. Players will disguise as prisoners and work together to find their way out via bridged prison break routes, including killer lasers.
And of course, we have a new boss who looks very interesting. And what you just saw, Operation Flatline, is very adrenaline rushing and exciting as well. And of course, right now you can swim and dive in Operation with this new map, which is of course very interesting.
And we're really excited as this map is so ambitious, super fun, and so much refreshing things to do.
Yeah, I think players will definitely like it. Maybe we should answer some questions now.
Yeah, indeed, Chad, you have been really awesome. If you have any questions, just let us know.
Yeah, just leave a comment.
So what do we have here? Solo mode for Hide Prison. So says.
Oh, that's
do you think
really...
we'll add solo mode to Hide Prison?
Oh, that's really a good question. I think if you guys like it, we may consider adding it in the futures. But right now, we do not have a solo mode for the present
new map, right?
Yeah, for this new map.
Yeah, I guess players, you have to stay tuned. And the next question, let's see. I see a lot of C word there. So console news. You'll find out. You'll find out. That's
a spoiler there.
Yeah, you'll find out later. So we got one more question. Are we going to be able to swim in Space City?
Oh,
so you're saying you want to add water
to
on
Space City?
Wow,
that's a really interesting idea.
Taking notes, gentlemen.
Yeah, taking notes. Maybe we can
thank you very much.
Development notes.
Keep talking.
Yes.
We'll let you know whenever we have back or added to the game. Please just follow our social media for the latest news. Okay, let's keep going.
Wonderful. Now let's maybe talk about warfare, and for that we are going to get some sunshine, but that's not always guaranteed. Oh, actually, before that, let's maybe talk to some of our close friends because we have some very wonderful creators from across the world. Let's maybe get one of them to dial in right now. Oh, hey, Sammy.
Pleasure.
Oh man,
Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for trusting me to represent the operations community. I do have some questions from my community. You guys are willing to answer them for us here?
Sure.
Shoot.
All right. I feel like for operations, I think I speak for a lot of us when I say that the cheating situation is a little rough right now. And rightfully, I mean, it's an extraction game. We deal with this in extraction communities a lot. And I think what I'm looking to see in this new update, or at least get a timeline for, is the cheater compensation. I'm wondering if if and when we get consistent cheater comp, will it be for every cheater, and will it include loot found and ammo brought in? Like, is this going to be mainly for the gear that we bring in, or also all the collectibles and things that we find along the way?
Okay, I think speaking of community, I can take this question. So the cheating problem has always been serious. Every FPS game has it, and like if you follow our social media, we do have like a weekly security report detailing how many cheaters we've banned for like 10 years, EMA bans and everything. So we want to, make it loud and clear. We take this issue very seriously, and we'll weed out every cheater until they're no more. And when it comes to compensations, I see posts or comments on our social all the time, and some of you can get it faster. Some of you may not get it faster because it does take some time for us to review every cheating behavior. Just to be fair, we don't want to ban the wrong person, but we definitely need to ban the right person. And if it's a fair call, we'll definitely return your loot and whatever you're losing. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, appreciate that. I got another question for you guys here. There are some maps currently, maybe possibly due to the rotation right now, but there are some maps that maybe are getting a little bit less love. Someone in North America might have a hard time queuing into Lay Alley, and for new players that are also trying to complete their missions, that's been kind of tough for them. Is there any plan to fix some of the less populated maps?
Yeah, I think I've also speaking from the community, I've seen tons of people talking about long queuing times and less loved maps. It's hard to get into those maps. So we're constantly, I can tell you, we're constantly looking at these maps, and we're monitoring the populations and try to find out the golden time for each area, so more players can have the optimal matchmaking and a queuing experience. And we'll also announce the new operation rotation in the seasonal announcement, so you can refer to it whether your favorite map is in your golden time.
Awesome. Okay. I got one more question for you here, kind of as a two-parter. It's about solos, and I know that you said for the new map that if we have enough interest, maybe you'll have some solos for it. But the rest of the maps for us solo players, sometimes it's tough when, as of right now, there's no loot protection for kills when you're playing with fills. So first question is, will there be loot protection? And second question is there going to be a roadmap for solo modes in our current maps?
You're asking, will we implement solo map to some of other maps, including Zero Dam? Is that in our plan?
I think we I think if the community's voice is
Huge.
Yeah, it's like huge, because we also like thinking about the query times. Yeah, we don't want players went into solo modes and need to wait for a long time to actually find the match. So we are always monitoring those letters, or how much players want to went into the solo mode. So if you guys really want solo mode, just let us know in the chats. Yeah, thank you so much.
I think it's like a roasting chicken kind of situation.
Yes.
Like you need to balance all sorts of factors, like popularity of the map, like the amount of queuing time, and also if it's a fair match or not really. So it's really all about making the right balance decision. And what's really important is our community has been telling us what's working and what's not working, what they like and what they don't like, and we really appreciate that. And please keep that coming to us so we can make overall matchmaking experience better for everyone. And of course, that includes our North American players.
All right, guys. thank you so much. That was my final question. So I'm being told I can promote where I stream. I stream on YouTube and Twitch if you guys want to watch me. You guys can look me up if not. But guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure supporting and representing the operations community. And thank you so much. This looks like an awesome update.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sammy. Take care, man.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get back to that long-awaited sunshine part because again, it's summer and it's really important we get some proper sunshine here, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now let's take a look at what we have to offer in Warfare mode.
The Raven is obviously using us, but his intel checks out. Havoc has reactivated this old missile base in their bid to force the world into submission. These weapons threaten the very backbone of humanity. This won't stand. We'll storm the beaches, breach the bunkers, and extract the poison that they've planted in this territory. We will turn their missiles against them and drown them in a nightmare of their own creation.
The success of Havoc's Skynet weapons project relies on this ICBM base. It is the sword that extends our deterrence radius, the catalyst for our dream of building the new world. But the deranged Raven exposed it by releasing its coordinates to GTI. Since they want to make it the center of a new global storm, it shall be so.
Enemy objective there!
Hi guys.
Hey, welcome back, brother.
Welcome.
It's good to have you back with us, and we love a good Warfare update. Now, we just saw the new map, and can you maybe tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. So in terms of the background, both maps, the one from Operations and Warfare, they're tightly connected to this season's story progression. So we will leave the plot for players to discover. But in short, GTI was made aware of ICBMs secretly operated by Havoc during the prison operation, and they felt a response is urgently needed, so a conflict just breaks out.
Thank you, brother. That must be really thrilling for our players. Now, Kai, tell us a bit more about what players can actually expect from this map.
Yeah, so as you can see from the trailer, this map spans across land, air, and sea. Thanks to the introduction of a swimming and diving system.
Warfare?
Yeah, to Warfare, yeah.
Wow.
This is the first time ever the players in Delta Force can truly traversal and fight across, well, land, air, and sea. With this map is designed with this in mind. So for the bread and butter part, which the infantry fighting experience, we have created various terrain types. Yeah, so including including hills and abandoned forts, ICBM site, dock. So players can engage in deadlock, flank their enemy, or this is the new one, so
Yay.
you can dive through the secret underwater tunnel and surprise the enemy behind their back.
That sounds really fantastic. And I just love we have such a diverse map and it's going to pack so much fun for our players. And we also saw a lot of vehicle footage from the trailer before, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we saw tons of jet skis. So
Jet skis.
yeah, this is an island map, right? So why not? Yeah,
Of course.
right. So and also air vehicle are also incredibly handy here, as you can see the chopper in the trailer.
Speaking of the trailer, we also saw the moment when the weather changes. What was that?
Well, good eye. Well, this map is actually called Cyclone for good reason. So we are introducing dynamic weather to Delta Force with this map, and players will encounter gushing winds and torrential rain, and this brings more dynamic to the battlefield and make your combat feel even more tense and immersive.
Well, it's going to ruin someone's summer vacation, but to bring even more fun for our players, I say it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. And now we also have some exciting news for our mobile players for Warfare mode, because we hear a lot of you want shorter games in Warfare on mobile, and that's what we are going to do with this update. So there you have it. We will have faster Warfare games on mobile platforms. So have your fun and in a much faster pace.
And we actually have something new related to Sky, right? So we're adding jazz to the season after season break. Just saying.
Wait.
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, we may need some time to process it.
Jets.
I know, right?
Okay, let's continue. So is there anything else we should look forward to in the future after season break?
Yeah, so we're also working on an Egypt-themed warfare map, and here's a quick look. And I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and also in this work, enhanced destruction. We want to make the battlefield feel more real and immersive. So we're working hard to deliver enhanced destruction in the future for Delta Force.
Right.
Yeah, as you can see here.
It's pretty interesting. We have this more vivid and convincing destruction of structures, and also, what's that guy's problem with that lamp? That lamp is completely innocent.
Yeah.
But all for good fun, right? All for good fun. Now, in terms of good fun, we saw the new map. Let's dial back to season break, because we have this awesome new map we want to talk about a little bit more, which is Cyclone, and it's super massive. It has the depth for a lot of really chaotic infantry and vehicle combat. So a more strategic approach would really work wonders here, which I'm wondering, do we have any news regarding Victory Unite?
Definitely. So for the new season, we are bringing it's actually tons of improvements for Victory Unite. For those who haven't tried, Victory Unite is a mini mode in Warfare, and you need to reach a certain rank to play. During these games, each faction will elect its own commander, and who has a dedicated chat to talk with squad captains, marking high-value targets, so on and so on. But basically, Victory Unite is a slower and more tactical, coordinated experience.
Okay, so let's maybe talk about the improvements we're introducing in this new season.
Yeah, sure. So the first thing is, and we have heard from players a lot of times, is that Victory Unite games are too long, and often teams are in tight deadlocks. And we wanted to change that. So there will be one new call-in support that drastically reduces responding time. And we also wanted to make commanders feel even more enabled. And so we have created a brand new map feature. So players in commander role will be supported with one-stop real-time information, scoreboard, and the squad management, and they can also launch call-in support right from the map.
That actually sounds amazing. I think players will definitely appreciate it. Here's something else we think players will also appreciate: another round of stream rewards. Claim yours within 2 days to get sweet rewards. and we'll have more coming during stream, so stay with us.
That's a lot of very lovely, sweet loot for players. Like, you don't have to play the game to get this really awesome loot from us. That's really nice. Now, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please take screenshot because we have even more good stuff coming up ready for you. And actually, Kai, I think this is a feature that's been requested by our community for a very long time. And can we talk about that as well?
Yeah, the one more thing.
More thing.
Why not? Yeah. So, I mean, we are adding distinctive visual cues for both sides of warfare.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of players have been requesting this feature, so we are adding this to the warfare mode. Yeah.
That's really, really awesome. And I think this is a very, very meaty update for warfare mode. Like, we have this awesome new map, which is Cyclone. It's a tropical island packing a lot of infantry and vehicle combat. We are adding swimming and diving to warfare mode with this map as well. So it's going to get even more interesting, and players will have even more options to plan their routes as well. Also introducing with this new map is dynamic weather. Players will have torrential rain and gushing wind, which makes the battlefield feels even more immersive and thrilling. Of course, we will be bringing a suite of improvements to Victory Unite, which will get a new coin support to greatly reduce respawn time, which is greatly requested feature, and also a brand new map interface for commander players to really know what's happening on the map, and also launch coin support directly from the map, which is super handy. And of course, we will be shortening mobile gameplay time for warfare mode, which is really, really wonderful. But Kyle, I think we also have something else planned in the long term, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of new content. I just want to take a real quick recap in case you missed it. So remember, shorter games on mobile starting with this season, and jets are coming the next season after season break.
That's really wonderful. And I think that's pretty much everything for warfare. But before we move to the next part, chat, we want to hear your questions. So just shoot. We are looking very intently at our small screen.
Yeah, okay, cool. So love the visual cues between GTI and Havk. So appreciate the love and support. So
thank you.
I think with this feature, we do want to implement more emphasis on our lore, our backstory, right?
Yeah, exactly. And to improve the immersive for the gameplay.
Yeah, cool. And let's take two more questions. Mobile controller support. So looking at the social comments and community requests, this is oftentimes requested by our players, and we understand players who are used to play mobile FPS. They do have this habit to use controller support, and that's definitely I think in our radar. We'll do more research and see if we can deliver it at a more ideal time.
Measured.
Ideal time. We'll definitely keep you posted on our social media. Yep. Okay. I think we can take one more question. Nerf Luna.
Nerf Luna. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really know, to be honest.
Joe, do you have any PR perspective of it?
I'm a Stinger main, but I think players will be happy to know that we are actually going to buff other operators with this update. So obviously there are Luna players out there who will be affected if we nerf her. But we also want to make the games feel more dynamic and fair towards other operators and their players. So we are going to bring some buffs and love to other operators. And also because with introduction of, what we're going to be talking very soon, we are going to mix and match the roster dynamic even more. So in short, we will be buffing other operators, and we will be keeping a close eye on your feedback. So we will see what happens, and we will be very eager to hear your feedback.
Okay, thank you, chat. I think it's high time that we move forward.
Right. Maybe we could have one more creator to represent the warfare community because it's only fair, right?
Yeah.
I'm just checking my phone every 5 seconds to see if someone is calling in. Yes, Rose Smith, welcome to our little stream
Hello.
today. Come in.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi. Pretty good, yeah.
Good.
Excited to have
So
you,
yeah,
and we
excited to be here as well. So yeah, my name's Roast. I'm a mobile and PC content creator for Delta Force. Firstly, congrats for bringing Delta Force to the market on both mobile and PC. It's a fantastic game. It's lots of fun. Everyone on the mobile side especially loves it. So I've got a few questions from the PC side first. So we know, I've played a ton of Warfare mode, and I think the big problem right now, or not a big problem, but a small problem is the current game modes can kind of feel quite repetitive, like Attack and Defend or King of the Hill. Right now, the only few incentives is to either play for Mandel bricks or to grind the ranked leaderboards. So will we see any sort of new incentives, rewards added in Warfare mode in Season 5 or beyond?
I will answer this question with another direction. So, as you can feel, we are enhanced on the Victory Unite mode in season break, and after season break, we gonna keep working on the Victory Unite more and more, and we will adding more credits and the presence to Victory Unite line. So that will different from the current main game mode like Attack and Defense and the King of Hills. So yeah, we for your question of the repeatedly playing the Attack and Defense and King of Hill, we will suggesting and we will do more work on the Victory Unite. So you will get a very dynamic game experience from that mode later on. Yeah.
Speaking of more game content in Warfare, we already have the new map here, and new vehicle and a new device. I think that's also a big plus.
Yeah. Which
awesome.
we will
Yeah, the
show
new
in
map
a
looks
very
great.
short time, right?
Yeah, the new map
But
looks
I
great.
get
Looking forward
we
to
are
playing it.
also sorry. Ross, I assume that you are also wondering if we want to introduce maybe a little more, other mini modes to Warfare in the future. And I think the question is pretty self-explanatory. Yes, we will. We want to do it in a controlled and measured way, so players are always delighted with the content we are providing. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. My last question on the PC side or PC console side, I think it's safe to say a big chunk of players are looking forward to the console launch of Delta Force. Can you guys share any more updates there? I know you touched base on a question about controller support being added to Delta Force Mobile, which is a big thing as well. And again, the mobile space is growing every day, and there's new devices and stuff that we can actually connect to our phones, like controllers, backbones. So I guess, my first question is any sort of updates on console launch, and then the controller support for mobile as well, which I think you've already touched base on. So,
well, before anybody answers this question right here, I just want to speak as a community manager. Like, my daily experience looking through the comments of every social post, goes without saying that which is the number one comment console launch, the C word.
Yeah, the C word, which we hear and we really do hear. But sadly, at this very moment, there's really nothing more we can spill the beans. But we do hope we can talk about console soon. And regarding the controller support for mobile devices, I believe it has already been covered by Kyle earlier when we were answering to the chat. But in short, this is something we are considering, and we want to, if we want to do it in the future, we want to make sure that we can achieve a measured and, of course, a fair situation to really enable those players prefer to play the game on mobile with a controller. Also, other mobile players will not feel the disadvantage because of their input of choice.
And one more thing, speaking as a community manager, I do want to thank our community, for all the patience and support the console community. It's been such a, it's been quite a wait, and
yeah. I mean, people comment because they care, and
yeah,
and we do appreciate that.
Yes,
true.
Oh, and it means even more work for Kai, who's sitting here.
Yeah, right.
But it's Friday evening, so bro, you can be off.
Yeah, we'll do.
It'll be worth it, trust me. I guess for the mobile side of things, obviously performance, device performance has been sort of a big concern even into the build up to Delta Force Mobile. So has Season 5 introduced any optimizations or improvements for lower end devices on mobile?
I think I can take this question. Starting from the previous season, we put out a list of, devices that we enable, higher resolutions, the maximum, visual quality, and with each season, that's our goal. We want to, cover as many as mobile players, whether they're using high-end devices or they're using some old devices, passed down by their grandparents. Our goal is to run Delta Force on as many as devices smoothly, and stay tuned to our announcements so we can share more list of devices that we optimize.
But mobile performance optimization and overall experience optimization has always been a priority for us,
right,
especially when it comes to mobile version works. So we will be detailing this a little bit more with our full patch notes coming later.
Yes.
And it's a lot of work as well.
Yes,
but we've done it.
Make sure you read it.
Yeah, he read it.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Awesome. The game's very optimized on mobile anyway, so you guys are doing great work. I guess my last question for mobile is, will Delta Force Mobile include all of the stuff from Season 5 from PC, like Space City Hard Mode, obviously the new Prism map, and will the Black Hawk Down campaign ever drop on mobile?
Well, I think I can also take this question because if you remember, starting from last season, we didn't open up all the operations mode all at once. We tested for a while and we see how our community react to it, and we see how the population is located, and we made the best ideal rotation, and then we open up Space City Normal on mobile, and that's the goal we're looking forward to, and we'll continue to walk down this path, do more research, do more testing before we're confident to put more maps of different difficulties on mobile.
Yeah, I will say that our players have been fantastic teachers for us to let us know what they want, what they like, and our end goal, of course, is try to to break this barrier that takes time for us to really go and achieve that position. But your help and patience and understanding and feedback really helps us along the way, and we do appreciate that.
All right, awesome. I think that's all my questions. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Keep doing good work, and it's a pleasure meeting you guys.
Here, but I hope that's okay. It's bound to happen. We are behind bars, and internet here is not the best. So apologies for the small hiccup. And we just want to say we do appreciate all the chat and everything. And we want to welcome the newcomers to our stream as well. And to really give you a quick recap on what we have covered already, we are introducing a brand new map to operations, which is TED Prison. This is a high-tech prison run by Hafk, and players will have to infiltrate as prisoners, and they will lose all of out alive. But also because this is a prison on an island, so you will be able to swim and dive, and we will be adding a lot of interesting underwater areas for you to explore. And of course, we will be introducing a pretty interesting new boss coming to operations, and you will, or maybe you don't want to face him directly, up to you. But also, we have this special mission, Operation Floodline, which you will be facing this prison as a whole. You will be facing its response troops. You will face the environment, the rising flood. It's going to be super, super thrilling. And of course, to make it all so much rewarding because of you venture deep into this prison, we are adding a brand new feature to operations, which is collection room, which you will be able to place your precious loot from past victories and really look at your shinies.
Okay, so time to recap for Welfare. There's a new map, Cyclone, ICBM site on Tropical Island, swimming and diving together with dynamic weather, including call-in support to reduce response time, and the command hub feature for commanders, and the visual cues to indicate your site.
That's really nice. And speaking of nice things, let's maybe see a fresh new face as well.
Don't worry. Havoc will fix you.
We need to evacuate.
We're halfway through the procedure. Interrupting it now puts the patient at risk.
Then that leaves us with one option.
Claire Ann Byers, call sign Tempest, assault operator. Claire, an athlete and extreme sports enthusiast, was treated by Havoc following a near-fatal injury. Havoc fitted her with an assistive spine, restoring and enhancing her athletic abilities. As an operator, she specializes in utilizing her tactical equipment to make surprise attacks in extreme situations, disrupting enemy formations, and to evading hazards. Her athleticism allows her to heat in and out of danger, complementing her disruptive prowess. Claire's tactical equipment consists of an emergency evasive device, which creates an anchor point to which Claire can drag herself back by a safety harness when activated. She can also use it to pull herself to safety if she's down while activating the device.
Not giving up just yet. Well, smells like something's burning. All fine. Bring it on. Evade your device, please. Catch me if you can. Evade your device, please.
So, she looks like a tough gal.
She looks really awesome to play. Now, gentlemen, can you maybe tell us a little bit more about this new operator?
Right. So her name is Claire, and she seems to be a fated rival for Luna. Before she was reportedly missing, apparently she's now back, and the first half operator we have in this game. And with an auxiliary spine, what happened to her and how did she end up with this? Players will have to figure it out in the game.
Such a big tease.
Yeah, we do know that she's very close tied to this season's new story.
Cool. And can you tell us a bit more about her in terms of gameplay?
Yeah, definitely. So, Claire is an assault operator, and she's a sharp one. Thanks to her auxiliary spine, Claire can gain additional movement speeds whenever bullets are flying near hers, or whenever she performs a combat roll. And she can actually roll in 8 different directions. And she can also swim faster, as you can see in the video.
Yeah, that makes her incredibly helpful in heated combat. The kind of operator you'd want it to have in close range combat.
Yeah, and she also equipped with a charged gels, which can fire to attach to any hard surface and release electric shocks. You can unarm nearby enemies, including those behind walls, as you can see in the video.
Yes, and we also saw her using some kind of cable. What was that?
Oh, that's a good question. That's actually her emergency invade device, which looks like a gas canisters, and it can deploy an anchor point to the safety cables. So when Clio reactivates the device or suffers fatal hits, they will pull Clio back to the anchor point. And when Clio being taken down, she can activate the auxiliary spinal defibrillators to self-revive. And if Clio's fails beyond a certain distance, the safety tethers will automatically trigger to a suspension mode.
Well, I'm sure that will trigger a lot of insurance companies.
Yeah, so that makes her exceptionally good at breaking through defenses and securing key entrance sections. So we want players feel more comfortable taking the initiative when playing as her.
I'm sure players will have a blast with her, and I can't wait to see all the highlight reels about her.
And she will be free to all players, right?
You bet it. And she can be unlocked in our free tier season pass.
That's really wonderful.
So what about our new toys?
New toys?
Oh, of course we got some new toys covered. For this update, we will introduce 2 new weapons. The first one is KC-17. It has a great range and high armor penetrations. It is really great for medium to long range. It's modulus and lightweight designs allows you to maintain good mobilities while aiming.
That's really wonderful. And what about the second new toy?
We have Compound Bow, a great option for steals play with style, and it supports different arrowheads in operations. So it provides a lot of awesome customization possibilities. And speaking of customizations, we also added several fun attachments for player to have fun with.
Speaking of fun, we do have jet ski, which we talked about earlier, Italian scooter, but for water travels.
Oh, that's a very nice one. And because we're adding jet in a future season, that's going to be the season after season break, so players will have even more choice of transportation in our game, and that's really, really very nice.
Well, it really is. Jet has been one of the most wanted feature from our community. I know Compound Bow might feel a bit too humble for Warfare, so we are also adding something cool.
Yeah, the big guns.
The big guns.
We are adding WGM, the wire-guided missiles. It is a great choice to counter vehicles, and also a great fit for our new Warfare map, which is built for wide vehicle plays and counters.
I like how things are just naturally coming together in this update.
Yes, with all this new content, I'm sure players will be having a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really satisfying with this kind of choice when you have it both on a vehicle and also as an infantry. It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
Like ordering Uber Eat for your enemy, but they don't get food, right? they get the big gun here.
Yeah.
Right. With all that new content, I'm sure our players will be having a very good time with this new update, right?
Definitely.
That's really, really awesome. We have this wonderful, wonderful new toy players can choose to play in Warfare mode. And I'm just so excited to see what players can do with it. Now, we have talked about who new stuff players can play. Now, let's maybe also talk about new stuff that players can actually get, because we always love to spoil our players And I'm pretty sure that's the same thing with this new season, right?
Yes, that's right. For this new season, we want to make sure the season pass is even more rewarding and engaging. Without spoiling what's ahead, the new season pass includes a legendary tier vehicle appearance. And of course, you can get the new operator for free by simply playing.
Right. And for players who rarely play for the Uber type, we do have something truly unique and shiny for the players to get. And for this new season, you might get a very interesting firearm appearance from Mandal Breaks. And this is meteorology. And this time we are taking the thing to weather. You can see hot sun, you can see severe cold and harsh rain and other options. There will also be a pretty interesting weather broadcast. And of course, this new collection will have exclusive inspection and, of course, tracer bullet effects.
To be honest, I want that thing. It looks so cool.
I think you speak for everyone on this table, brother.
Yeah, okay, so I do think we have one more thing to show, and that is Emollient Edge. After Fury Oil, we've got the second melee weapon from our boss. Only this time, we also want to focus on the story. We want to tell you a story about Delmalin, your security director in Bay City.
Even though I'm part of the team, I'm always amazed by how much work actually went into designing this.
Yeah, the team works really hard to make all of this design possible, and we hope our players will enjoy them.
And we are not the only team that's been working very hard. We have a lot of respectable peers from this industry which serve as great inspirations for us. And what we are going to show you is one of them, and we can't wait for you to see what we have prepared.
各位三角洲行动的干员们，以及明日方舟博士们，大家好，我是明日方舟制作人海猫洛河雾。这一天还是来了，很荣幸在这里宣布，三角洲行动与明日方舟的联动即将正式开启。本次将是一次为期4个月的单项联动，从下一个新版本开始，大家就能在三角洲行动中体验到许多明日方舟的联动内容。说到这儿啊，你们肯定有很多问题想问。在前几天的联动预告视频下面，我就看到了不少留言在好奇这次联动是怎么促成的。其实呢，我也是一名三角洲行动的玩家，虽然平时比较忙，但是还是会偶尔抽出时间玩一玩。说不定之前啊，你在巴克什猛攻时，在巴别塔与你相遇的人就是我。不过真正促成本次合作的，还是因为屏幕前的你们。在这次合作之前，我就注意到有很多热情的玩家自发制作了不少伪联动的视频。不仅很用心，也非常有创意，并且我们双方的项目组同学也很有合作的意愿。就在这样一个水到渠成的氛围下，三角洲行动的制作人老朋友 Shadow 主动联系了我，我们两边进行了一些沟通，终于促成了本次联动的实现。说了这么多啊，还是先请大家一起来看看这次联动的短片吧。
Really, guys? It's just a video game.
No snacks or anything?
Should I bring the whole restaurant over for you?
All right, let me show you how it's done.
刚刚在视频里出现的是本次联动中4位三角洲行动的干员，这4位啊是我们一起挑选出的联动干员哦。此外还有一个小惊喜，就是他们每人在三角洲行动中都将拥有一套联动限定外观，还请各位干员敬请期待。他们会和明日方舟中的哪几位干员进行联动呢？接下来就把时间交回给现场吧。那么在今天的直播现场，三角洲行动的项目组同学们也会为大家带来更多联动相关的详细信息。
So, what we hear is Arc Knight.
Knights, yeah.
Feels really good that we can finally talk about it right now. And Arc Knight is a strategic mobile RPG with fantasy theme developed by Hypergriff.
Yeah, we're really thrilled to announce that Delta Force will be working with the Arc Knights team to bring some of their most iconic characters to Delta Force, as players will be able to unlock character appearance inspired by Arc Knights characters. Let's maybe say some,
Well, it's not every day I have guests. You don't mind if I clean up a bit?